everybody, it's Dhearie's Reading Club, and today I'm going to be reading the Frozen Sing-Along book. I know I've already read it, but I'm going to read it again. So let's go on into the video. The kingdom of Arendelle was a happy place, nestled among the mountains and fords of the far north. During the day, shopkeepers, fishermen, and ice sellers kept the city bustling. At night, the northern lights lit up the skies in beautiful patterns. The king and queen of Arendelle had two young daughters, Elsa and Anna. The girls were their greatest joy. But the king and queen had a secret. Their eldest daughter, Elsa, had a magical power. She could create snow and ice with her hands. The king and queen worried about what their subjects would think if they knew the truth. And so Elsa kept the secret from everyone but Anna. Anna adored her big sister. One night, she convinced Elsa to turn the Great Hall into a winter wonderland. Elsa filled the room with ice slides, and Anna soared through the air from slide to slide. "Catch me!" she shouted, giggling happily. But Elsa was not fast enough. Instead of creating a new slide for her sister to land on, she accidentally blasted Anna with her icy magic. This little girl fell to the ground unconscious. A white streak appeared in her hair. Frightened, Elsa called out for help. The king and queen rushed the girls to the valley of the living rock, where the trolls lived. The trolls were mysterious healers who knew about magic. "You are lucky it wasn't her heart," a wise old troll named Grandpappy said. "The heart is not so easily changed, but the head can be persuaded." The troll carefully removed all memories of Elsa's magic from Anna's head. "Don't worry," he said. "I'll leave the fun." Grandpappy turned to Elsa. "There is beauty in your magic," he told her, "but also great danger. You must learn to control it. Fear will be her enemy." The king and queen knew they needed to protect their good daughter. When they returned to Arendelle, they locked the city gates to keep people away. No one could discover Elsa's secret. Anna played alone while Elsa worked to control her powers. But the magic was not so easy to control. It spilled out any time Elsa felt a strong emotion. The king gave her gloves to hold it back. But Elsa was afraid she might hurt someone by accident. She even avoided Anna to keep her little sister safe. Anna missed her sister. She often asked Elsa to play, but Elsa always told her to go away. Then, when the girls were teenagers, the king and queen were lost in a storm at sea. The sisters felt more alone and apart than ever. Elsa stayed inside the castle where she could hide her magic, but she knew that the day was coming when she would have to open the castle gates. She would become queen when she came of age, and the people of Arendelle must be invited to her coronation. Finally, the day arrived. People streamed into Arendelle. Anna was thrilled to have the chance to meet new people and maybe fall in love. But Elsa was worried about being the center of attention. What if her powers accidentally came out? Anna slipped outside and strolled around the kingdom. A handsome visitor, Prince Hans of the Southern Isles, accidentally bumped into her on his horse. Hans and Anna were instantly smitten with each other. At the coronation, Elsa had to remove her gloves to hold the royal orb and scepter. She desperately hoped she could make it through the ceremony without freezing them. Anna stood by Elsa's side, sneaking glances at Hans. At the coron- at the coronation ball, Hans and Anna spent the whole evening laughing, dancing, and talking. It was love at first sight, so they got engaged. Elsa was shocked. "You can't marry a man you just met," she scoffed. You, Elsa was shocked. "You can't marry a man you just met," she scoffed. "You can if it's true love," Anna insisted. "My answer is no," Elsa said firmly, refusing to allow the marriage. Elsa started to leave the room, but Anna grabbed her hand and accidentally pulled off her glove. Anna kept arguing. "Why do you shut me out?" she asked Elsa. "I can't live like this anymore. Enough!" Elsa cried. A freezing blast shot from Elsa's bare hand, sending a sheet of ice across the ballroom. Everyone stared in disbelief. Elsa fled the castle, terrified that she might hurt someone. "Stay away from me," she warned the townspeople. Everything Elsa touched turned to ice as she ran. Even the ford froze as she stepped onto the water. All the ships became trapped in ice. The people of Arendelle panicked as the ice spread through the kingdom. Anna knew she had to do something. Leaving Hans in charge, she set out to find Elsa and bring her back to thaw out the kingdom. Meanwhile, Elsa climbed high into the mountain with no one else to worry about. She let her powers loose. A storm raged around her as she created ice sculptures, made a snowman, and even transformed the way she looked. As she neared the top of the mountain, Elsa created a magnificent, shining ice palace. She felt like the person she was always meant to be. She was alone, but she also was at long last entirely herself. Anna, meanwhile, couldn't wait to reunite with her sister. Now that Elsa's secret was out, they could finally be close again. The storm made the journey difficult, though, especially when Anna's horse threw her into the snow. Luckily, she spotted a small building up ahead. Inside wandering Oaken's trading post in Salwana, Anna Anna gathered up boots and some warm clothes. Then a young man named Kristoff trudged in. He was an ice harvester and very unhappy that the surprise summer storm was ruining his business. When Kristoff mentioned that the storm was coming from the North Mountain, Anna pestered him with questions. She wanted information about Elsa, but Kristoff was busy bargaining about with Oaken. "Back up while I deal with this crook," he told Anna, and insulted Oaken threw Kristoff out. That gave Anna an idea. She found Kristoff in the stable with his reindeer, Sven, and gave him the supplies he needed. In return, she asked that her take her up the North Mountain. Finally, Kristoff agreed. "We leave at dawn. We leave now," Anna said. "Right now." On the way, Anna told Kristoff what had happened in Arendelle. It all sounded strange to Kristoff, but he hoped Anna would convince Elsa to bring back summer so that people would need his ice again. Suddenly, they heard wolves howling. Anna helped Kristoff fight off the wolves, but Sven was forced to leap over a deep gorge to escape. escape. Kristoff's sled crashed onto the rocks below, but Anna, Kristoff, and Sven were safe. As dawn broke, Anna and Kristoff could see Arendelle far below at the bottom of the mountain. To their dismay, the kingdom was still locked in winter. Then they hiked farther into the forest where Elsa's icy powers had created a spectacular scene. I never knew winter could be so beautiful, Anna said in wonder. But it's so white, added a voice. How about a little color? I'm thinking like maybe some crimson chartreuse. Behind them was a living snowman. I'm Olaf, he said, and explained that Elsa had made him. Anna asked Olaf to lead them to her sister. We need Elsa to bring back summer. I've always loved the idea of summer, said Olaf, smiling. My snow up against the burning sand, getting gorgeously tan. But Anna and Kristoff both had the same thought. Summer would not be good for a snowman. Back in Arendelle, Hans was trying to keep everyone calm. One of the visiting dignitaries, a duke, was especially angry about being stuck in the frozen kingdom. Then Anna's horse showed up without her. Princess Anna is in trouble, Hans called out. I need volunteers to go with me to find her. The Duke insisted that his men join the search party. Meanwhile, the path up the mountain was getting very steep. Luckily, Olaf found a stairway made of ice leading straight to Elsa's palace. Whoa, said Anna in awe as they reached the top. The palace was amazing. Elsa wasn't happy to see Anna. She was afraid of hurting Anna with her icy powers. You should probably go, Elsa warned Anna. But Anna explained that Arendelle needed Elsa's help. The kingdom was freezing, and no one knew what to do. Now Elsa was frightened. She admitted that she couldn't unfreeze the kingdom. She didn't know how. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I basically almost read the winter story, but it's not that much. If you guys want, okay, I actually have a CD in here, but I'm not gonna give it to you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I can't do giveaways. I'm not allowed to. My mom said. But yeah, I'm going to actually read or sing some of the songs. I'm gonna start there, and I'm gonna sing I'm gonna sing all of the songs. So they're all the way at the back. Basically almost done. Okay. This is Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Young Anna. Elsa, do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Knock the door, it's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you could tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Go away, Anna. Okay, bye. This is Teen Anna. Do you want to build a snowman or ride it back around the make some company is overdue. I started talking to the pictures on the wall. Hang in there, John. It gets a little lonely, all these empty rooms, just watching the hours tick by. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What's up? Please, I know you're in there. People are asking where you've been. They say have courage, and I'm trying to. I'm right up here for you. Just let me in. We only have each other. It's just you and me. What are we going to do? Do you wanna play a spring? Yeah.
You need to be working on your writing thing.
Okay. So this is for the first time in front. Okay. I might like have like a little scratchy voice because I'm getting a little bit sick. But I don't know if I'm getting sick. I don't know yet. But yeah. So I don't really know how to sing that well. So yeah. The window was open, so was that door. I didn't know they did that anymore. The movie on 8,000 salad plates. For years I've roamed these empty halls, wild around with no walls. Finally they opened up the gates. There'll be actual real life people. It'll be totally strange. But wow, I'm so ready for this change. This for the first time in forever. There'll be music, there'll be light. For the first time in forever, I'll be dancing through the night. Don't know if I'm even can see I'm somewhere in that song. 'Cause for the first time in forever, I won't be alone. I can't wait to meet everyone. What if I meet the one? Tonight imagine me gown and all, fetchingly draped against the wall, the picture of sophisticated grace. I suddenly see him standing there, a beautiful stranger, tall and fair. I want to stuff some chocolate in my face. But then we laugh and talk all evening, which is totally bizarre. I'm nothing like the life I've led so far. For the first time in forever, there'll be magic, there'll be fun. For the first time in forever, I can be noticed by someone. And I know it'd be totally crazy to dream I'd find romance for the first time in forever. At least I've got a chance.
Where's my borax?
It's in delusion.
What?
In delusion.
I need you to put it back with that. Yeah. What? I was looking at that, I thought you was reading. You still got it for me?
Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be a good girl, you always have to be. What? Until don't feel, don't put on a show. Make one more.
Why you stop?
So are you gonna go to with the con with us too?
Nope. Sure not.
Why?
I don't want to go. I got stuff to do.
Oh no, I was just saying you just need to be so I'm just gonna say this right now, but I'm still gonna sing this song. But also like, subscribe, and comment down below if you guys saw Black Panther yesterday, because I did. I saw Black Panther yesterday. It was so cool. It was so cool. Black Panther yesterday was so cool. I'm not even lying. I actually saw it. Me, my mom, my neighbor, and my sister went. It was so cool. I'm not gonna tell you guys, because if I do tell you guys, I'm just gonna. Let me go ahead and sing it. How's it go? The snow glows white on the mountain night. Not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this whirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always had to be. Don't play until don't feel. Don't let them know. Oh no.
No, it's not right.
Let it go, let it go. Can't put it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and stand and door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. Oh, never bother me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears lose control. Get to the end. It's time to see what I can do. Just the limits and break through. No right, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. Never see me. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one wit and one thought crystallizes like an icy bath. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. And I'll rise at the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. The storm rage on. The cold never bothers me anyway. Okay, so yeah. So that I just sung almost all of the songs, and then I read the book. I mean, I don't know how to sing that well. Well, so yeah, stage. Okay, yeah. Bye. Oh, first, yeah. If you guys didn't hear me before, like, subscribe, and comment down below if you guys watched Black Panther yesterday. So yeah, bye.